If earth peace is to herald the dawn of the new age, realize that
humanity is one's only religion, breath one's only prayer, and consciousness one's only God. Yoga is an inner ascent through ever more refined and ever more expanded spheres of consciousness to get to the God essence which lies at the core of your own being. And once you can contact this divine indweller, you can contact the universal indweller. We do have a good support system that wherever we go in the United States of America or Switzerland or Italy, we have teachers who can give you the support system and teach you and guide all newcomers. In India also we have a good support system. And of course, principally, I am not a teacher. Since I do not teach, a master does not teach. He gives the direct experience. You see, the teacher teaches very systematically and in an organized way. The master catches you, he shakes you and he wakes you up. So I'm a waker, movers and shakers. There's a lot of material your people have, and what is all that? I mean, it's very interesting. Are those the goodies of the butt? I mean, I'm sorry. How do I put it? What are these goodies? You have a lot of goodies. Simple. I'm going to cut out all that stuff. Should be able to sit simple on the floor. Simple. Come up with goodies. Is that okay? A little this side. Because I'm transmitting, so I'm a bit fussy about the positioning of the soul energies. Because when I transmit, and I want you, you're too much up on me. You're up on me. Nilu will shift back a little, and you will shift back a little. Okay, that's it. That's right. Now it's okay. Now I feel comfortable. Can you shift back a little? Can you shift back a little? To your right, slightly to the right and back. There you go, and back. Not too much to the right. So you okay? Fine. This makes it a happy situation. This is very good. Very nice. See, don't worry because you're back or front. The soul contact is in no time. The soul of the master contacts the disciple in no time. Okay? This evening, I'm going to initiate you into the technique of the Jyoti Mudra. This evening, I am going to initiate you. I think I better let everybody come. Because as it is, they are not regular, they lose practice and lose touch. So I don't want my words to just float around and then I have to repeat it for somebody else. May as well wait. The night is young. You heard of that saying? The night is young.
Gurunath, we can do a chant if you want.
I will do the exhausting stuff after I do the teaching.
Okay. That's the exhausting.
You all can chant, but I've seen every time I chant with you all, you'll make me chant and you, the guys, you're quite relaxed and fresh and I'm, Chanting is a natural thing, I don't have to teach you.
Yeah.
Singing and dancing and chanting, that you can do in your leisure time. Of course you must sing the praises of God and chant. One path, one line, one master. What should I do, Gurunath? You're not here for the whole year. So I'm just going to a couple of other masters just to get the hang of it. But I promise you, Gurunath, I'm practicing only your technique. That's fine, if your mind is strong enough. But then you go to another master and you mistake mesmerism, animal magnetism, and certain bioenergies for the Kundalini energy. Even advanced disciples sitting here cannot distinguish between my Kundalini energy, the Kundalini transmission, and this thing. Of course, teachers are going to tell you that it is Kundalini transmission, but they cannot have Kundalini transmission. Just tell them, open your mouth. If they have the Khechri, then they can do it. If they have, they don't. Simple. I'm giving you simple science so that in this, when you go shopping in the supermarket of United States, especially LA and Chicago and all these places, you will have thousands of people claiming to be masters, or they don't claim to be such low things as a master, like they claim to be the Kalki avatar or the divine being or Jesus or Buddha or something. Anyway, you must not get confused. Follow the simple path. The three signs of a true master is Pranapath, Shaktipath and Shivapath. If a person is transmitting, you must see that if he has got the Khechri accomplished. If the Khechri is not accomplished, he will not be able to transmit Kundalini energy. Then why do I feel light? Why do I feel good or sort of dizzy? And some people say, why do I get a headache? Because that is not Kundalini energy is transmitting, it is animal magnetism. I would not call it animal magnetism. I'd call it a mesmeric magnetism, which people often mistake for Kundalini transmission. I was tired of answering this question individually to all you people, so I said I may as well blast it off publicly so that you know. And of course, Shivapath is not being given because it's a recent development. I am giving you today what is called the technique of the Jyoti Mudra. I'm sure all of you old people must have faded out on it and forgotten it. I'm sure. So therefore, revision. The Jyoti Mudra, which is the seal of light, the seal of seeing your soul as a 5-pointed star, is called Jyoti Mudra. It is technically and properly known as the Shanmukhi Mudra, the sealing of the 6 orifices of the mind, the seven apertures. 2, 4, 6, 7. The Shanmukhi Mudra. It is also known as the Yoni Mudra, the source, the womb, the divine mudra, the seal of the divine womb. Everybody has a human womb and a divine womb. Okay? In the human womb, the consciousness involutes itself into matter. And from the divine womb, the consciousness evolutes itself out of matter into divine consciousness. The white hole and the black hole. So each one of you is a miniature galaxy, a miniature universe unto yourself. And that is your ultimate destiny, to expand. And therefore, these are the 2 corollaries which keep you making that decision whether you want to evolve into divine consciousness or you want to involve into material consciousness. Right? Is that very clear? Now the Jyoti Mudra is a technique of rebirthing into divine consciousness. There was a mistake made a few years back by a person called Leonard Orr. He taught techniques of rebirthing. Now rebirthing was involving the consciousness to go to the primal womb experience, the material womb, not the Yoni Mudra, not the divine womb. And actual rebirthing is evolving, not involving your consciousness into matter, but evolving your consciousness to get to its parent source, the omniscient spirit. This is the true meaning of rebirthing, born anew, the Dvij, the reborn into divine consciousness. The birth of the baby Christ through the star of Bethlehem. As they say, follow the way, the birth of the baby Krishna, who was born in a prison, to Devaki, The prison is the prison of the 9 doors of the body, the cage of the body's cage. And he was born as a symbol of that body cage. And the Krishna consciousness was born where there was a tremendous storm. There was a tremendous light. And he was born, and then the Krishna consciousness escaped from the body cage into divine consciousness. That is rebirthing via the Krishna consciousness into cosmic consciousness, the Father in heaven. Shambhu Chaitanya, Shambhu Chaitanya, Shambhu Chaitanya. Shambhu Chaitanya, 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 Shambhu Chaitanya. That's what it is. Can the LA guys who've just come dig it? Can you dig it? Okay. So now read, mark and inwardly digest this. When I give you the Jyoti Mudra, which is called the Shanmukhi Mudra or the Yoni Mudra, there are benefits to this technique. That this is a technique par excellence for the yogic state of pratyahar, that is the withdrawal of the senses from the material objects. It is withdrawal and cutting off the 5 sense telephones of sight, taste, touch, smell and sound from the external world, introverting your energy so that you can focus on the divine consciousness at the midpoint star. You will by practice see the scintillating star. It is in often other languages called the blue pearl. This is the star, but it may not have been explained to you like I'm explaining it to you. Therefore, every time new teachers, younger teachers, gurus of the same lineage, the same in essence but different in physiog and body, face may be the different, but the essence is the same, to carry on the good work because your sincerity demands it. You have taken the effort to come here from many, many miles. Why should I spare the effort to give you the best? Alak Niranjan Ade. When I do this, don't do this. Do this. When I turn, be ready for hard. So spiritually, you get to a state of the reversal of electrical flow of prana. You eat something, you can taste the sweetness, it distracts you. You touch something, you get distracted. You see, all these senses are distracting to develop. What I'm trying to make you develop is the faculty of exclusive attention. Now, not exclusive attention in the ordinary sense, my dear souls, not in the ordinary sense. I am making you develop concentration, which is called the faculty of exclusive attention, not in the ordinary sense, my dear souls, not in the ordinary sense. But to the degree, the Blaupunkt degree, to the extent, to the point, to a vanishing point. So sharp should be a concentration that the vanishing point, the Blaupunkt itself should vanish and transform itself into an expanded awareness called Samadhi. So the Jyoti Mudra will get you into this state. If accompanied by the Khechri Mudra, the Jyoti Mudra leads you on from a state of the withdrawal of the senses from their objects to a state of the faculty of exclusive attention, concentration, then into meditation, and then ultimately into a state of Samadhi. This begins from the state of Pratyahar, leads you to the state of Dharana, concentration, then Dhyan, and then Samadhi, which is wrongly pronounced by the Japanese and called Zen, or in China it's called Shan. All these things came from India, and now they've trademarked it as their own, like the Americans have trademarked basmati rice. It's from America, and I said, we are having basmati is an Indian name, how could we? So, but India's like a younger brother, so the bigger brother says, oh, you shut up, you don't know anything. Basmati is from America. We've developed our own design. And give me that apple here, that's not the way to eat it, this is the way to eat it. So the younger brother says, no, you've taken too much of a bite. They say, then the Uncle Sam has taken a big bite, then the big bear comes, the other side, the Russia. And he says, no, he's not telling it the proper way, I'll tell you. So only the core of the apple is left and nothing else. I don't know why I bifurcated like this. But maybe some lesson behind this. This is what the world is all about. Jyoti Mudra is to get out of these distractions. This is what is happening in the world. Every time you see the elder sister, she's beating the younger sister and taking away all the nice stuff, so the little Poverino. The younger sister is always the Cinderella of the embers, sitting over there with that thing. So they get tough and clever because there's survival. Jyoti Mudra takes you out of this rat race of distractions, of all this politics, these family relations. Now, there's another interesting thing that the Jyoti Mudra does. This is written in Babaji, Shiv Goraksha Babaji's Goraksha Shatak. He was one of the first, 60 BC, to begin this technique. Now it's taken by the Ramaswami people and other people as light and sound techniques, but originally a Nath technique. This technique puts a pressure on very crucial acupressure points. Acupressure was developed over 7,000 years ago in India, later taken by the Chinese and developed into acupuncture, but it originated in India. The same acupressure points are used. Now when you press these acupressure points, a lot of healing and health effects occur in your body. Things which antibiotics cannot cure, which the doctors cannot cure. These are very important things. From the yogic point of view, I want to mention to you one other thing which occurs from being initiated into the Jyoti Mudra, which is seeing the star of your soul as a spot of light in the third eye. The other beneficial thing which occurs, it stimulates what is called the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is a vagabond, a free nerve roaming in besides the central nervous system, there is another system called the autonomous nervous system. The autonomous nervous system is divided into two portions, which is called the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. The vagus nerve is lodged in the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system has the power to control involuntary actions of the body. I'm speaking in English. Is that very clear? Is that understandable? It's in keeping with science. This is yogic science, which I'm explaining to you in the English language. Now, by pressuring this pressure, they found out the pressures. The vagus nerve comes into play. It comes into predominance. And what does it do? What does it do? It lowers the metabolic threshold. It lowers your metabolic threshold by pacifying your heartbeat. Somebody was there with a racing heart. Told me about a racing heart. I don't know whose heart was racing. I should have.
Gary.
Oh, I should tell him Jyoti Mudra. Because he's a Hamsa.
Yeah.
So it lowers the metabolic threshold, the vagus nerve comes into predominance, and number one, it pacifies the heart, lowers the heartbeat, stills it with less pumping for the heart to do. So less work, less wear and tear, more longevity. Aye?
Aye.
Secondly, it reduces hypertension of unknown cause by bringing your blood pressure to normal. The maximum amount of people in America have died due to essential hypertension of unknown cause. Aye?
Aye.
then heart attacks, cancer and all, they all come. But the first on the list is essential hypertension of unknown cause. And therefore, will bring about a resting of the heart, the lowering of the blood pressure to normal. It will also tone the digestive system, the secretion of acids in the system, and many other things. The acidity. And the most important benefit is, I cannot give you the link, I need not go into so much detail of neurology and psychology and this with you, because this should be enough. The third is that it rejuvenates the nervous system. The whole nervous system is toned and rejuvenated. Does this give you all sufficient motivation to practice Jyoti Mudra every night? To those who, have I been successful in giving you sufficient motivation to practice it till I come back next year? Those who think that the motivation is there, just raise your hands. You don't raise your hands there. Oh, one guy is in meditation. When you come here, don't meditate. The Guru is your meditation, the Master is your meditation, because he gives you more. Your normal state of meditation and his talk, your meditation goes up to here, his talk is here. So focus on the Master, on the Guru. That's what adepts and masters before us have said. Let your total attention be on the Master. Be with him, because otherwise you will regret it. I repeat the saying which I like so much, my favorite saying. There is no sin, there is no vice, there is no virtue. There is only vice. The failure of the mind to have paid enough attention is the ultimate sin of mankind. Everything happens because there's many a cup, there's many a slip between the cup and the lip. And this is due to the failure to have paid enough attention. So therefore, be attentive. A higher state than attentiveness is being absorbed. You're it. There's no attention, you are me. That should be the focus. If you can do that with me, you just forget yourself and become me, you forget that you're there and you're so engrossed, so absorbed, then I can work wonders with you. Just with a wave of the hand. The cure will be done, the healing will be done. But your subconscious mind, there's some lacuna, a loophole in this. Therefore, it doesn't happen. But if there's a total at-one-ment with the master and the student, then the sky's the limit. I. So now I'm going to get on to give you the sacred science of the Jyoti Mudra in the third eye. Right? Those who are to take this Jyoti Mudra, this we decided to give as a service to you all and a gift to you all. The gift of this divine science is not given in any haughty attitude or state of mind. It's given with humility. And I give this as a servant of humanity, to serve humanity as my larger self. So just remember that. How many people have not had the Jyoti Mudra? Raise your hands. Oh. Please can you lock your elbows? Lock the elbows. So now that, so the people who have got the Kriya Yoga not, so now this. Okay, anyway, now you will come one by one. You will kneel here, I'll touch you at the spot and then I'll give you the technique, right? With the midnight divinity.
Please just line up over there so you can.
I think a line is good so we can do it fast.
That's fine. You just stand there, line up. Yeah.
What? Yeah, everybody can get it right. Now you people don't kneel down. When you come, just bend in front of me with your forehead so I can touch you. Okay?
सारे लाइन में खड़े
Now I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. This technique is not to be divulged to the uninitiated person. It is for your personal benefit and spiritual evolution. Although it is for everyone, it must be given through the proper source. So therefore it is important that you take this technique, keep it to yourself, but you can discuss it with the circle, within the circle of the initiates, within the Nath Mandala. Now come one by one. As I touch you, go and sit in your place. I've been oming all the time. Om. I was told there are only 30 people. This is the technique of the Siddha Yoga of the Nath Sampradaya.
Yogi Raj reveals to the initiated and the uninitiated alike how, at the level of consciousness, all humanity is one. Thus, acting as a catalyst for positive change and towards inner transformation, Hamsa Yoga Sangh helps you witness your innermost self flowering and evolving into a newer being. Let not precious moments slip by. Seek now the ultimate truth. Jiva Hamsa, spread your wings to fly, immortal realms which death defy.